Catherine Farrell, VP Americas for GBTA, and I'm here coming to you from the broadcast studio at the GBTA 2026 Canada Conference here in Toronto. Today with me, I have Melanie Primevert, the Regional Product Manager for the Americas for FCM. And I'm so glad to have you with us here today, Melanie. Thank you for joining us.
So great to be here. Thanks, Catherine.
Well, let's dive right into it. I know we've got a lot of exciting topics to cover.
Yes.
And the first is the user experience. So it's very much top of mind for buyers these days when evaluating their OBT. What are some of the top things that travel managers should look out for, and how is FCM responding?
So buyers know that UX isn't just a tool that provides a sleek, streamlined experience. It's really about understanding, will my travelers choose this tool or find a way around it? This morning, Mike Cook, our Director of Sales in Canada, hosted a session on the OBT landscape. If you haven't watched it, please do. And asked attendees, what's the most important thing when selecting an OBT? And about 60% said the booking experience. So we know this is top of mind. So the first thing I look for is really simplicity and content completeness together. Is it simple? Is it easy to use? Does it reduce friction? Do travelers actually find what they're looking for, or do they need to go somewhere else? Because if your people are booking outside of your tool, then you've lost visibility, you've lost compliance, and honestly, you've lost the ability to protect them. The fix isn't about enforcing that compliance. It's really about removing the reason travelers leave in the first place. And FCM booking tackles that in a few different ways. Through a multi-source content strategy that really brings everything together in one place with one clean view, and through our extension product, which really drives users back to your travel program to book when they're searching elsewhere. Second would be really around policy in the booking experience as a booking guideline and not as a booking blocker. So FCM Booking's policy compass really guides travelers towards the right choice in the moment with context. And our recommended spend algorithm really reinforces that by resurfacing options that balance compliance and value. So it's really driving adoption and savings without that added friction. And third is duty of care. We're living in a world, as we know, with geopolitical instability and extreme weather events like we saw this last winter, and companies need real-time visibility into where their people are and proactive alerts when something goes wrong. And FCM really connects that all in one platform because the experience, we know, doesn't end at checkout. And at FCM, we always believe that the human layer really matters. So great self-service with a real person in the loop whenever support is needed.
Okay.
And it's really about that last thread that's running through all of this, and that's the intelligence that actually does something. So the question I'd ask an OBT vendor is, what does your AI do for your traveler at 9 p.m. when their travel gets disrupted? The best tools are really getting smarter with every interaction, using policy and preferences, history to really personalize that experience. And FCM's answer to that is SAM, our AI intelligence layer that really connects the whole experience that we deliver.
Well, I know you mentioned FCM Booking, and that was one of the products that you launched last year at the Canada Conference.
Yes.
A lot has happened in the OBT space since, as you just alluded to. How has the tool evolved to keep pace with everything that's changing and going on in the space right now, and what can we expect in the future?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a big year. A lot has changed since we were here last. First, we've scaled meaningfully. We've deployed to new markets and some really tangible persona-based improvements. So a great example of that would be a recent feature that we built for our travel arrangers. So we can now book multiple travelers at once in a really unified workflow. So it cuts that booking process in half. So for anyone that's managing travel day in and day out, that's a real time saver. We've also built an AI-driven insights directly into our reporting features. So that's really giving travel managers a complete real-time view of their program and shifting them from reactive decision-making to proactive relevant analytics. And then second, we've done personalization, and that's really key for us. So things like auto-assigned seats, AI-driven recommendations based on your actual booking history. So as our tool is starting to feel like it knows you in a way, and then treating it like it's a first trip every single time. And third is our newly designed native booking app with a SAM booking really at the center of it. So we're hearing from buyers that their travelers don't only want to navigate a booking tool, they want to have a conversation. So this could be something like, find me the best option to Chicago, I prefer an aisle seat, the first available flight out that morning. And because SAM has all that context, it actually provides the end user with relevant content to support that booking process. So looking ahead, proactive notifications is also a really big focus for us. The best experience isn't one where travelers go looking for answers, it comes to them. And we're also working on sustainability features because we know that travel managers are increasingly being asked to track and reduce emissions, and the booking experience can help drive that user behavior. And through all of it, it's not just AI replacing the human, it's AI and the human working together. And that hybrid model is really key to how SAM is designed.
Well, and speaking of that, customer feedback is such a crucial element to all of this. So how are you incorporating the customer feedback into what you're doing at FCM, and how should travel buyers be thinking about that generally?
I love this question. For us, feedback is really at the core of what we build. So we combine, what our customers tell us directly with actually how they behave in the tool, because sometimes, these two things are not the same. So we've gotten really intentional about how we capture that feedback. We run dedicated UX research sessions. We have a customer advisory board, and we're actively including clients in our pilot. So they're not just reacting to what they've built, they're actually helping us shape the features before they ship. And that's a very different relationship than a feedback form at the end of a quarterly business review. So, a couple of recent examples of this would be one around designing for accessibility and WCAG compliance being an active priority of ours, because our clients told us that inclusion shouldn't be an afterthought in the OBT. Another would be travel invites. So this is a feature designed to enhance our guest booking experience. And we've got the first version out, but we're currently building a second iteration based on direct feedback that we're getting from our users. So at the end of the day, our roadmap belongs to our customers just as much as it belongs to us.
Fantastic. Well, it sounds like you've got a lot of really exciting things ahead for you in 2026 and beyond. Thank you so much again for joining us. It's great to hear about everything going on with FCM, particularly from a product perspective. I'm Catherine Farrell, again, the VP Americas for GBTA. So glad to be joining you from the 2026 GBTA Canada Conference at the Broadcast Studio. Thank you.